Hello, everybody. Today I'm going to talk about a new thing. Actually, it is all about today. I'm going to explain you, and I'm going to talk about the Bell Labs. You know all about the Bell Labs. Bell Labs is the laboratory which is in 1925 it is opened. It is established in 1925 in USA. Now the leadership under the now it's under the Nokia, right? So I'm asking a question from the Gemini, Google Gemini, whether the Bell Labs is still existing, or how about the situation in Bell Labs, and also why it has been sold, right? Bell Labs is one of the influential company in the US commercial history and the industrial history. Bell Labs still exists. He asked when I asked the question from him, and he said like this: yes, actually the Bell Lab is still existing, and but also it is undergo significant changes, and now it's a part of the Finnish communication, Finnish telecommunications company called Nokia, right? So here is the breakdown, its evolution. When it comes to the evolution of the Bell Labs, its origin 1925, and the Bell, like a Bell Telephone company, Bell Telephone Laboratories, right? Alexander Graham Bell, under the label of Alexander Graham Bell, and it's commonly known. The Bell Labs was originally established in 1925 as a research and the development arm. It's a branch of the American Telephone and Telegraph company called AT&T, and also it's and the Western Electric company, right? And also it has become the legendary for its groundbreaking innovations, and including the transistors, lasers, information theories, and the Unix operating system, and the programming language called C, and among the many others. And it's earned numerous Nobel Prizes of its scientific breakthroughs, right? And AT&T breakups in 1984. That's the biggest mistake the US government has done. The split any company by the United States Security and the Exchange Commission. And the court order has break up the AT&T monopolization and monopoly of the 1984 significantly impact for the Bell Labs, right? As a portion of the Bell Labs was spun off, right? Off as Bellcore, like a later Telecordia Technologies, supporting newly created by the Bell Labs, right? And the Lucent Technologies in 1996 is remaining a part of the Bell Labs, and now also along with the AT&T's manufacturing operations in also in Canada, right? And also spin off all the Lucent Technologies and iconic Bell Labs names. It has a significant portion of itself. Well, it went to the Lucent, right? And Alcatel-Lucent, found in 2006, and Lucent Technologies merged with the French company called Alcatel, and forming Alcatel-Lucent, and Bell Labs continued as a research arm of the new entity, right? So this as a new entity. And then in Nokia, from 2016 until the present, 2016, Nokia acquired Alcatel-Lucent, and the Bell Labs is significantly and officially part of the Nokia, and it's also known as the Nokia Bell Labs, right? And the current status, if you go through the current status of the Bell Labs, Nokia Bell Labs is continually conducting the industrial research and the development globally, with its headquarters Murray Hill in New Jersey, United States of America, USA, and all the other labs around the world, while its structure has modified and funding model have been evolved. So like a monopoly era heyday, and also still focusing of pioneering the technologies such as 5G and 6G wireless communications and optical systems and artificial intelligence and machine learning, also cloud computing, right? And the quantum technology sense of the automation. So it's one of the mainstream in USA, right? And the former Bell Labs Colmedale complex is in New Jersey and designed for the eco-Serenian and no longer solely research facility, and it's been developed into the mixed space area, like a used space area for work, Bell Labs works, and the housing offices and the retails as a dining and the community services. So what is while the Bell Labs of all, it's like a unique structure under AT&T monopoly also no longer exists, like the exact system, right? And the legacy of innovation it continues still, right? Honored by the ownership of Nokia, right? And the carrying of the spirit, research, and the development made is also famous, right? Now after that, I asked from Germany another question: the Donald Trump first America policy. So it will take back under the US ownership, right? It is highly unlikely, he says highly unlikely, that Donald Trump and any US president would unilaterally force the current owner of the Bell Labs. Is highly unlikely, right? To sell it back to the US ownership. Here's why: the private first is a Nokia is a private ownership, like a Bell Labs is a private entity, subsidiary of Nokia, and US government cannot simply like Campbell for a foreign private companies to sell its assets and even those located in the US, right? Without any specific and the extraordinary legal grounds, right? It should be extraordinary ordinary legal grounds, legal matters, right? And secondly, the National Security Review, CFIUS, National Security Review, right? It's a committee of the foreign investments in the United States, right? So the committee reviews the foreign acquisitions of the business for the national security risks, right? So while the committee on the foreign investment in the United States can block unwind future transactions, right? Can be blocked and impose the mitigation measurements, and typically doesn't have the authority to retroactively block the transaction and force the divestitution to long-standing, like divestitution to long-standing legally acquired assets like Bell Labs or AT&T, and it has been under the foreign ownership. Now it's a decade, right? Lucent was acquired the Alcatel in 2006 and Nokia in 2016, right? And then Nokia, right? And so forces such as sales highly destabilizing, like a president unprecedentedly for international business or for investments, and international law and trade agreements have the USA and the European Union. So such an action would likely violation the international trade agreements and the principles of the free commerce, and leading to the significant legal challenges and the potentially retaliation from the Finland and the European Union. So they can face this kind of a potential retaliation, right? And the Trump states the foreign investments, like while Donald Trump has consistently advocated for the first America first investment policy, and his focus has largely been on the restricting investment from the foreign adversaries, primarily in China, in the strategic US sectors like the technology, critical infrastructure, and the raw materials, right? His administration has called the strengthening the CFI US authority in these areas such as technology and defense industry and military infrastructure has considered the new restrictions outbound the US investment to these countries, especially like China and India, right? Encouraging investments from US allies and partners to the first task process while ensuring national security, right? That is number two. And streaming mitigation agreements like foreign investments. So, like a Nokia, like a Finlandy company, like a Finnish company, it's a US ally. It does not fall under a category of foreign adversary. So, it would trigger the most aggressive measures from the US administration, right? And while the US president has a significant executive powers, directly forcing the foreign company to diverse major long-held assets like a Bell Labs and beyond their typical authority, it would face immense legal and diplomatic hurdles. Right? America first, even though the America first rhetoric trends focus on the preventing the new problematic foreign acquisitions or specific sectors deemed critical and national security rather than reversing well-established foreign ownerships of the non-advisory companies like Nokia. So that's it for today. See you enjoy my video, and we will see you in next time after now I have to go. Time has gone. So we will see another great video. Bye bye. God bless you.